Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So I recently did a video where I decluttered one palette from every single eyeshadow palette brand that I have. Like it was like a what if case scenario. Well, today I'm going to do the flip side of that, and this is going to be if I could only keep one palette from every single brand. This video has been on my to-do list for quite a while. I've been dreading it, and I've had these palettes stacked up everywhere for at least 3 weeks straight for the most part, just thinking like, is this the one I would keep? So if you want to see this video, hear all my thoughts, and please stick around for today's video. Make sure you are subscribed, grab a snack, and let's get into it. So I'm just like, I have a huge basket in front of me. I'm just gonna whip them out, no rhyme or reason. Adept Cosmetics, you are first. This is the, can you guess it, the Heather Austin palette. Guys, we have Arrow, Sumerian Sunset, House of L, we have Seahorse, Flying Fiddles, but this has so many special shades. I love the mattes. There's just something about this palette I reach for all the time, and I couldn't let it go. I had Flying Fiddles and Sumerian, Arrow, and this one I was like, which one would I keep? And this is the one I ultimately decided I would keep because like I couldn't let it go. I could not let it go. So this is the one. That's the winner. Let's talk about Unearthly now. This is the Sorcerer's Smoke palette. I think this is a gorgeous palette. Beautiful formula. Looks so luxurious. I'm a neutral lover. I love green. So, hi. This is why she's the winner. There's something about those tones in the palette. The way they look on the eye. The shimmers. They're just beautiful. Let's talk about Glaminatrix now. I feel like a lot of people have decluttered this palette. I'll never, this is the Nocturnal palette. Sorry, there's a dog hair somewhere on my face. This is the Nocturnal palette from Glaminatrix, and she is a stunner. Ultimately, why this is the winner. The mattes. Like, I have Beaute. There's so many palettes from the brand. I was like, which one? Like, which one would I seriously keep? Like, if I could only keep one. Like, I'm so glad we never have to live, well, hopefully we never have to go through that scenario. This is the one because these mattes, the tones are so beautiful and special and unique and grungy and yummy. And I just gravitate towards these. Like, as far as, like, color, like, grungy color shades, this is me in a palette. It is so beautiful. The shimmers are fine. They're nothing to like go screaming running down the road about, but like they're pretty. Like they get the job done. They're beautiful. They're sparkly. Some of them have a shift. I love this palette. Like, oh my god, if I would have broke that, I would have screamed. She's okay. Why do I always drop palettes on camera? Next, this is from Devinah Cosmetics. This is Mystic Cove. Mystic Cove is so just special and shifty and sparkly. Like, do you see a common theme? I love to sparkle. The brand sent me, I think they sent, was it 6 of the shades, and I bought 3, and I bought the palette. So anyway, so this palette is very special to me because they sent over a few of the shades for me to try. The color story, like these are some of the most special shades that I have in my collection. It is so beautiful. So definitely, like I had to, it was no brainer, Mystic Cove, but then Fantasia I was like but Mystic Cove took over just because they are so shifty. Let's talk about What's Up Beauty. The Dragon Eye would definitely be the one that I would keep. I have Geodes and then the Desert Monsoon palette, and mine actually, I'm kind of cheating. This has a few shades from all of them. I'll pop up a picture of like the original Dragon Eye palette, but I have just curated like my perfect little What's Up Beauty palette, and I love the shimmers so much. They all lean a little green as far as the shimmers, and they're stunning. They are absolutely beautiful. I love the way they're thin, they sparkle. I don't get much fallout with it. I use it all the time, so that definitely like a no-brainer. Dragon Eye, you would have to stay with me. Cosmic brushes. This is a Muse palette. I mean, I need I say more? It's so pretty, right? I mean, you get the best of all the worlds in here. You could go just daytime, nighttime, spring, colorful, green, just everything. This palette has it all. Such a lovely color story. Basic Witch from Bella Beaute. This was another one. It was so difficult to just pick one palette from Bella Beaute, but originally, like, this is the one that I would have to pick. I love these tones. I think the shimmers are so beautiful. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but they're sparkly and they're shifty. There's some hollow crumbs in here. They are just chef's kiss. So definitely, like, that's one that I knew I couldn't part ways with. There's so many, like, Sun in the Sea. It was very difficult to pick a Bella Beaute palette. And now let's talk about being difficult. Ensley Reign. Some of y'all have been asking me to do a ranking. I promise I will eventually, but it's very difficult because they're all so beautiful. But Cold Moon is the winner. I mean, this is just perfect. You can make this very everyday friendly, or you can amp it up. These shimmers are incredible. It was going back and forth between this and Harvest Moon. I feel like if I would have done this video in fall, maybe Harvest Moon would have been the winner. So I think it just depends on the season for me. But this one, I just wear it often. I just feel inspired when I see it. The shimmers, like, I'm sorry for being repetitive, but they just knocked my freaking socks off. They're wearable colors, but yet they're still fun and shifty. They're just chef's kiss. It's amazing. They're so beautiful. Okay, now Colourpop. I do not have a lot of Colourpop palettes in my collection, and this is actually cheating, but this is the Twilight palette. I love everything about what I created, so I scooped out their shimmers and actually replaced them with some of my own indie single shimmers and loose pigments, and I love it. I love it so much. And just like, I don't know, everything about this palette, the pop of orange for Bella's truck, and there's just so much about this palette that I feel inspired when reaching for it. And this is another one that I keep near me or on my desk because I use it often. Don't even try asking me what shimmer's in this name, because I have no idea. I did not want to use one full single, so I mixed a whole bunch for each individual shade. I tried making a video of like depotting them, and it just became so much. I was like, no one's ever like going to realistically be able to do this because there's so many shades in here, but you could always do that with your palettes. Let's talk about Give Me Glow. This is the Haunted Pumpkin palette. I adore Give Me Glow's formula. I love like their older, larger pans. I know a lot of people want smaller pans. I get it. I hear you. We're all different. There's something about Give Me Glow that I'm like, they're large and in charge, and I just always love this. So this color story, it's beautiful. I don't reach for this just during fall times. I love the color story. It inspires me, and it makes me happy. It just makes me happy. I think there's something about the pumpkins that it makes me smile. Like, if you love fall and you have this palette, just open it up right now and it's gonna make you smile. I know it will. Let's talk about Gourmand Girls. This was so difficult. I could not decide, and it took me like a few days holding these palettes in front of me and just keeping them, because I didn't want to make the wrong decision. There's no right or wrong decision with this video. I don't know why I'm overthinking it, but just in case you've really taken these videos into consideration when purchasing palettes, I feel like it's heavy on my heart to really, like, not just like spur of the moment throw out some palettes. Like, I'm really thinking for y'all. Okay, I picked Spooked. Because I originally was going to do Silent Night, or what, yeah, is it Silent Night? But this has the best of all the worlds. There's so much in here. You get very neutral shades, colorful shades. Like, the color story, like the color combos you can create with this are endless. Whereas Silent Night, I feel like it's a little bit more like you're kind of limited, but I love it. I love all the looks I create with that one. But this one, she won. It's iconic. Everyone loves Spooked for a good reason. You can create so many different color combinations. It blows me away, the different, like, you could go like crazy Halloween-y or just like very soft and elegant and everyday. Now let's talk about Simply Posh Cosmetics. This is Citrus Punch. The reason why I picked this one, it is so unique to my collection. These tones are very vibrant. It screams summer, and I don't have another palette in my collection that's just like boom. Like, this is so unique, these tones. It may not be like in your collection, but I don't have a lot of colorful shades, and this one, it speaks to me. Is a formula the best? No, but yeah, they are reformulating, so if you're looking for a summer palette, then maybe pick up the new one whenever they reformulate. Okay, let's talk about Nomad Cosmetics. This was another one where I have so many palettes from them that I love so much. This is the New Zealand Stargazing. There's something about the iridescence in here that just have my heart. I look at this and I feel inspired to create looks, and I have so many that I love dearly, but it's like I couldn't let this one go. I couldn't let it go. So maybe next week it'd be a different palette, but for now it is this one. I adore it, and I have look at it, and that's a big thing I take into consideration. Do I feel inspired, or is it just another palette that I have 10 times in my collection, you know? Which I try to have, like, I try to make it a nice range. Alright, Melt Cosmetics. I originally picked 420. And then I put it back because I was like, Brittany, you could not ever get rid of Fatally Yours. They did a collaboration with Bailey Sarian, and realistically, there's no way I would always pick this one over that one, even though these are so dark and deep on me. Like what you see in the pan, it's beautiful, but it's even deeper. It's even darker and deeper and sexier on your eye. So this palette, it's a very intimidating, but I love it. And realistically, I would never pick another palette in Melt's collection over this one. Let's talk about Wicked Widow Beauty. This is the name of the palette. It's not on here, but this one is Tea Time, and there's something about these tones, like the blush shade, or they're eyeshadows, but I use these two as blush, and I will literally just reach into this palette to use those shades as blush. I just love this palette. I love the packaging. This was the first time that I really wanted to try the brand. I thought that this was just the cutest thing I'd ever seen, and I love, like, the formula, it's so nice. But this purple, I will reach for this palette just for this shade. I mean, clearly, like, I love purple, but the shade Rabbit, I love it. It's like such a stunning purple, but the main reason these shades in here, the pink and the yellow, I use them as blush all the time, so like she's not going anywhere. Let's talk about Odins Eye. This one was a little difficult because I had two and I was like, I don't know which one to pick. The Stone and Rock palette, I had that one out for a good week and I was like, nope, I changed my mind. It is the Merry Christmas palette because I feel like you get so much more looks and color combinations. These shades are so beautiful and special. I love this palette, and obviously it came through to #1 as far as Odin's Eye. Hopefully you were able to get it whenever they relaunched it, but I mean, it is beautiful. Are the shimmers a little hard pan? Yes, but I will dig for those shimmers because they're so pretty. We have 3 left, and these 3, oh my goodness, this one is so beautiful. This is the Dena Marx Beauty. This is the I Am palette. I have 2 from her brand, so not too many. I did only brands where I have multiple palettes from them. But this one, I don't use it often. I really don't reach for all shimmer palettes. But it's stunning. And I have the neutral. I'll get it. I have this one. I use it every single day. But these can't be replaced, you know. We have 2 left to talk about, and these are not indie brands. I saved the mainstream brands for last, and this is McGrath Labs. This is the Are You Bronze Seduction? Yep, this is the one I ultimately decided to keep. I love it. I love these so much. These special shades are so sparkly. I love that you get some neutrals with like some purples, and the red is so beautiful. This is like the ultimate summer palette for me. Just like whenever you want like a bronzy, sexy look for like a date night in the summer. Oh my gosh, I love this palette. So this is one that I had to pick it amongst all the pinks. She took over and she won. Now, Natasha Denona. This was so hard. It was like I needed nude, the Yucca palette, Metropolis, but the winner was gold. I know why. It's so old, but I still love it, and I couldn't pick those over it. There's something about these shimmers. They're so sparkly. They're thin. I still really love this palette, even though those, like Yucca, I was like, well, the looks are very similar, and like anyways, I was just going back and forth in my head, but this is the winner, gold. She's still that palette for me, and we need a midi, Natasha Denona. Come out with a midi. What are you doing? Everyone would love it, and the Metropolis midi, like, I see it. And we are all going to love it. Like, let's just get the show on the road and come out with it, you know? Okay, guys, those are all the top picks, all the palettes that I would keep from all the brands. This video is very difficult for me to film. I would love to hear your thoughts down below, but that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.